Okay, so I'm finally getting around to your reading. I genuinely apologize for it taking so long. Um, but here it is. So I've used the Lightseer's deck, which gives insight towards a shadow self and a light seer self. Your light seer self is your greatest potential. It's where you're gonna find your most satisfaction and your happiness and your abundance. And your lights, your shadow side is what's stopping you from getting there or what's keeping you from getting to that point, because most of us humans have a goal. We're never very satisfied in where we are. We're always wanting to get to somewhere else. So the shadow seer side tells us what we're doing in the now that is keeping us from where we want to be or where we think we deserve to be. So for your love reading, I decided to do a what's it called? A calling and love spread, and it asks 4 basic questions, and you get 4 basic cards in return. The first question is about recognizing love. It asks, what qualities will my future partner have? In your spread, it was the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, as you can tell, she is lusting for something. She has her wands, she has everything she needs, she's interested in travel, she has her plans, she knows what she wants, but something is keeping her from going out there and getting it. Whereas if she did not have the tools, she would still be in despair, but she has the tools, she has everything she needs. So the question is, what's keeping you from getting there? Well, with the question regarding what qualities will my future partner have, you can look at this card and its positive aspects of adventure and longing and having a clear idea of what one wants. So, what I got from this is the notes that I took. The choice between the comfort zone and adventures, activation of progress and change. You are not the observer of your dream, it is your dream. Sticking with your previous experiences is what has brought you the same results. Sticking with the same people, following the same set of rules, gives you the same set of results. So, in order for you to find the qualities that your future partner will have will be very different than qualities of previous relationships. They will possibly at first make you question, like, why am I doing this? Like, it's so out of the norm, it's so out of the usual. um, I'm feeling really good about it, but my the old me that's used to the same old is a bit uncomfortable because it's not what you're used to. You're looking out of that window and you're knowing that better is out there. Better is it. Your puzzle piece, your perfection is out there. But it is up to you to decide when you are comfortable enough to take what you have, all of your abundance and all of your preparation, and get out there and find them. Or allow yourself to live in the mindset of that you are changing and that you do want different. You do want a different outcome. You do want a person with different qualities than you've previously experienced with people. So that gives you, you're changing your mindset, you're changing what you want to attract, you're changing your filter basically, and you're gravitating towards other things, adventure, prosperity, new beginnings, things at first that might not feel safe because they are so foreign, but having the faith in yourself that I know what's best for me, I will always attract what's best for me, that will bring you the new and exciting love that you deserve. Okay, so that is the question. That answers your question of what qualities will my future partner have. It will be unconventionality. It will be out of the norm. It won't be something that you've sat and you've planned in your journal about, because we don't really put too much thought into this. We just want something that'll make us happy. We want someone that will make us happy. But we don't really go farther than thinking, like, well, is what I've settled for, has that been the best for me? Has that always worked out? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. So we need to switch things up. We need to attract different vibes and different things in our lives to show us that what we had been doing probably wasn't the best for us anyways. Okay, so that's your answer. A change of energy, go with it. That's my note. Out of the norm, different but pleasant. If something is making you feel alive and making you feel that little spark inside is lighting, then go with it. And trust that the universe loves you enough and hears your desires to send you a tailored person, the person that you need and the person that you want. Okay, so then we have the second question is seeking light. The question is, where can I seek them? Who will they remind me of? For this, I sort of asked, what cues will you be given? What signs will you be given? How will the interactions with this person make you feel at first? What will they remind you of? Will it be good? Will it be comfortable? What will those signs be? And you got the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles represents the potential to have every single thing that you want, to have an alignment with every single thing that you want. You know, whenever people say you can't have everything that you want, you know, I think there was a diagram of college, and like you can have a social life and you can have sleep, but your grades will suck. Or you can have grades and sleep, but your social life will suck. You can't have it all. But this card is telling you that you can. This card is telling you that the passions and the desires that you have, if you cling to them long enough and you believe in them and you truly incorporate them into your beliefs in your everyday life, you will eventually get that package wrapped up nicely in a pretty bow of every single thing that you want. So the question of where can I seek them? Who will they remind me of? You can seek this through happiness and genuine honesty and respect for yourself. Whenever you're treating yourself good and you're feeling good and you're living the life that truly contents you, that's when we get exactly what we want. Whenever we release the resistance against it, whenever we're saying, oh, well, I want X, Y, and Z, but it seems so far away. Or I want this, but do I really deserve it? I haven't been working very hard on it. I haven't been devoting much time to it. That is when we subconsciously, and we don't realize it, we're pushing what we want away because we're thinking about it so much and we're thinking about how far away from our grasp it is. Subconsciously, we're realizing and we're thinking that we don't deserve what we want because it isn't there yet. But you can't see it to believe it. You have to believe it to see it. And in order to find this person and to find your perfect match and to find your happiness, you have to be in alignment with everything else, your mind, body, and your spirit, and even your financial, you know, if that's an important thing to you. And you are a Capricorn rising, I think, or a Capricorn moon, I know that those things mean something to you. They really do. They're important for you. So whenever you find that contentment within yourself, it does not have to be constant. Nobody is constantly happy with themselves. But when you find those moments and you can sit and relish in them and feel that joy momentarily, that joy will send out a signal, metaphorically, and you will find that joy and that happiness in another person. So then that energy doesn't have to go anywhere, you know. You will find them where you take chances. You will find the person. It will remind you of abundance. It will always keep you filled, and that warm and fuzzy feeling inside, that will remain constant. Like I said, you're going to find this person in a unconventional place and time. They might be an unconventional person. You might say, I don't like people who do X, Y, and Z. But then you'll find this person and they do those things. And at first you're like, well, this isn't what I wanted, but it feels good inside and you don't necessarily know why. That's where you're going to find the good difference. That's where you're going to find the good difference. That feeling deep inside of satisfaction when everything is in alignment, it all clicks. When you feel like things are clicking, when you feel like you're putting forth the exact amount of energy and the amount of love and the amount of respecting yourself, that's when you will be surprised that you already have everything you need, and the perfect person to give you everything you need already exists out there. You don't have to put forth much work in that process. Just put it towards yourself, and then you will be rewarded with that. You will be rewarded with what exactly you want. The third question is, it's a shadow seers question, and it's asking what shadow aspect of mine is blocking this union, my manifestation. Okay, so then you got the Five of Pentacles reversed. I'll flip it upside down. So I like this card a lot because it tells a story. It tells a story of she's feeling very lost and feeling like she has no control, like she has no power, but yet, and she's locked in this room. However, the key is inside with her, and so is the lock. She has the ability to free herself. I'm not saying that she is bringing all of this upon herself. That's not what I'm saying. But we have to realize that to a certain point, we have all of the answers to our problems. We sometimes don't want to accept them. We don't want to put all of that responsibility into ourselves, because then we realize that we are the reason behind some of our problems. But she has everything. She has everything. She is established. She has all that she could need for herself. But something is keeping her in a victim-like situation, a victim-like personality, and a victim-like mindset that she can't see that she has everything that she needs. She thinks she's locked in this room and that she can't get out, and she's relying on someone else to free her. She can free herself. She has what she needs. I'm going to read what the Five of Pentacles has to say. The Shadow Seer, it says, scarcity mindset, feeling helpless, victimhood, inability to move ahead, fear and isolation, resistance to positivity, feelings of low self-worth that keep you from participating in prosperity, a light at the end of the tunnel. So what is keeping you? What shadow aspect of me is blocking this union? You may or may not feel as though you deserve all that you want. You may feel like, okay, I want stability, I want security, I want great communication, I want all of that, but I'm 23. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Blah, blah, blah. Well, you have to be in alignment with what you want and what you're practicing, and you have to understand that the right person can come to you and give you everything that you need, but if you don't think that you deserve it, then they're not going to be the right person. They're too clingy, or they're too attached, or they care too much, or they put too much time in where you're working all the time and you can't reciprocate that back. But you have to then realize, well, is that what I want right now? Is that truly what is best for me right now? And if it is, then all you have to do is do a little bit of journaling, do a little bit of meditating to come to that conclusion of, I want X, Y, and Z, but I'm a little scared of it for myself. I'm in that mindset of, I'm not good enough for it yet, or I'm not prepared, or I'm not where I should be in order to receive those blessings. But you are. You're putting forth work, you're putting forth effort, and you getting up every day and going to your job and going to school and working towards those things is giving you what you want. You don't have to be doing these grand gestures and putting in an immense amount of work in order to receive exactly what you want. What we want is so readily available to us, but we put up these boundaries and we put up these barricades of things that keep us from what we want. We are not solely the reason behind our problems, but we do add a little bit of time. We do push back the ETA, the estimated time of arrival. We do sometimes confuse, complicate things for ourselves sometimes by our lack of respect for ourselves and our underestimation of ourselves. You are capable of so much, but you have to get out of that mindset of feeling like you have no control or feeling like you're not good enough, and truly wake up every morning and say, I deserve that happiness. I deserve that abundance. I deserve that completion. I deserve every single thing that I want. And sooner or later, very soon, you will start to see little things bit by bit that fall into place and that show you have the key. You have the key to get out of this room. All you have to do is look up. So, the victimhood and the not believing in yourself is all that's keeping you from practicing that. If you live in the mindset that you're rich, you eventually will find those riches. If you live in the mindset that you're happy, you will find that happiness. Nothing happens overnight. Nothing changes overnight. You can't just say, okay, I'm this, and everything changes. You have to put work and effort towards it. It's not something that is just handed to you. However, it is readily available to you. You just have to exert your energy, reach out and grab it, and take it as your own. So, that's what is in your way of you getting what you want. And then number 4 asks, attracting love. Number 4, it asks, what qualities do I possess? What qualities do you possess that will attract your partner? And for that, you have the 7 of Pentacles. He kind of looks like Shane Dawson. With this card, you can see the light coming out of his hand. This is his plant that he's been watering, and all of his little accomplishments and all of his goals and his dreams and his hopes. These are all things that he's been cultivating too, that he's been putting time towards, and that he's been giving his all to. So, let's read what the Light Seers have to say about him. I like how you had 3 Pentacle cards. And that's very insightful. A pause, states of gratitude, reflecting on your journey, waiting to harvest the fruits of your labor, a sign to keep going. I think what is so compelling about you two people is your mindset of, I gotta keep going. Like, if I stop, then everything stops. I'm in control of, I'm the driver of, the car of my life. And as the mantra at the end, it says, as I give thanks for what I'm about to harvest, I know that my life is headed in the right direction. I think what will come off to people as very appealing about you is your excitement for the future and your readiness and your faith that things are going to be okay and that things are going to work out. Your optimism, not necessarily optimism because we can't maintain that every single day, but your optimism and your outlook on things will become a very fresh breath of air to some people. And the people that you meet, you may know this person already, you may have yet to meet them, but your outlook on your life and your future and where you are presently will give that person a new outlook on things and will make them see like, oh, this is the kind of person that I need in life, not someone who's constantly down and constantly sad and in that mindset of I don't have enough, I will never have enough. You will have that mindset of I am in control of those things. I believe that I deserve abundance, therefore it is coming to me, type thing. Whenever you're putting forth a lot of effort working on something and your partner beside you is just like negative Nancy, I don't know when we'll ever get this done. Do you actually think that we have the power to do this? That's not what's going to propel you into your manifestations of your abundance. That's not what's going to give you everything you need. You need that person beside you that's tending to their plant as well, that you both can water each other's plants and you can both give that love and that energy that your body and your dreams and your hopes need in order to grow, in order to bloom, and to show you, see, this is what is a product of me believing in myself and respecting myself and only giving myself what I think I truly deserve. So I think with this card, it allows you to see yourself from a different perspective, one that maybe you haven't seen yet, or maybe one that comes around every so often but isn't always there when you need them to be because of that lack of mindset, because of that victimhood mindset that we all tend to live in. We all do, because times have been hard. The past 7 months have been hard. But we have been working. We have been changing our mindsets. We have been cultivating and filtering things that we want and getting rid of things that we don't want. So with that work of you putting forth all of that effort, like I said earlier, it will send out a signal to people, and that effort and that work and that love and that all of that you're putting towards will be so attractive to people who are doing the same. You want someone who is working on goals the same way that you are. You want someone who is on the same page as you are. You don't want someone that you have to hold their hand, and guide them, because you need to guide you. So basically, I think your independence and your positive outlook will team up and make everything seem like you were the driver of your own chariot, and you're not giving the key to someone else and say, please get me there, I love you and I trust you. You have to be that person. You have to get you there. And whenever you do, and whenever you're living in that abundance, that person will see that in you, see your power, see your light, and their bright light will come and meet yours. I don't necessarily know, I cannot tell if it is someone that you have met already, but from the other 3 cards that I'm going to show you, I think that it is someone that you have met, but someone that you necessarily have not given that lens to, if that makes sense. Like, oh, I've known this person, we've worked together, or we've been friends for a long time, but I've never thought of them as someone who I would spend my time with, or who I could love like that, It's something that, because you've been on one station, you haven't been able to pick up the messages on the other stations, because you've been on that one station for so long. But whenever you change that dial, you turn it a little bit, you will receive different messages, and you will receive different interactions, and you will meet different people who meet your vibration. And I think that is when you will know, okay, this is working, this is clicking, if that makes sense. So, and then, okay, the bottom of the deck, I usually just pick one, but 2 came out. One is justice, meaning everything that you think you deserve, you're going to receive. You've got it. Justice will be served. And then the 3 of Cups, which is a union of not just 1 and 2 people, but of many. Your friend group will be at its most power, and you will feel that support from the people around you. You will feel that love and you will feel that guidance, and everyone around you will be there for you no matter what, right? You can see everyone is connected and everyone is looking up at the stars in hope and in awe because you all share the same ideals. You all share the same wants and needs and things, and that's going to be your support group. That's going to get you to where you want with this. You can't do it on your own. You can try, you can spend a long time, but with people by your side who love you and support you and who want good for you, you're going to get to this so much faster. So I have a deck. It's called Work Your Life. It's an oracle book. It's an oracle deck. And I chose 3 cards for you. The first one is Starseed. What lights you up? What lights you up? What makes you feel good? What makes you feel powerful? What puts you in that alignment sort of mode where you feel like everything's working out? You might fear that the other shoe is going to drop soon, but everything is working out for you. You got a full tank of gas in your car and you can afford to eat twice a day. That's when things are starting to fit into each other for you. This one is Trust the Niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Have you been feeling urged to go into a certain direction, or have you been feeling a sense of an impulse, but you don't know exactly what it's towards? Think about it. Meditate on it. If you're having dreams recently, write them down. As soon as you wake up, write as much as you can of that dream down, and you'll start to accumulate messages from around you inside, and you will be able to receive that guidance and a little bit more understanding of where you're going and where you're heading. We're all given impulses and we're all given things that help us get a little bit closer towards what we want, but we're also very good at ignoring it because we're stressed out and we're busy. But with that time to meditate and take time to yourself, you can get that understanding. You can get that precision of, here's what I need to do, here's what I need to stop doing in order to get to where you want to be. And the last card that I love very much is Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. She's finally getting it. It looks to me like an alien abduction. Okay, but a good one. Like, she's been contacting the aliens for a long time, and she's finally getting, her message received. It's delivered. There's an awakening. There's a shift and a change of, here's what I used to do, and I wasn't very satisfied with the product, the results. So I'm switching it up. I'm doing things differently, and these are my results. How do they feel to you? Do they feel good? Not perfect, not perfect, because every new thing at first feels a bit uncomfortable, like the first day of school. But after you've been there for a couple of days, you feel more comfortable. You start to know where things are. You start to build familiarities, and that's what is going to be your confirmation. That's what's going to let you know, I'm doing what I need to be doing, and that's it. What I'm gathered from your reading is that you haven't been giving yourself enough credit. You haven't been realizing that, hey, I'm putting forth effort. I'm putting work on myself. I want to get to where I want to be, because you know what you want. You know you're putting in effort. You might just be a little bit impatient, or you might not be giving yourself the credit that you deserve. You don't think you're putting forth this much effort. You don't think you're collecting all of your coins, but you are. You really are. And with that, with the love and support of those around you, you're going to be able to recognize it a lot more. And you're already awakening. One last card that I pulled for you is Dance with Life. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Switch it up. Take a chance. Take a chance on that random person that's caught your interest that you're like, I would have never given this person the time of day, Do something different. Give yourself that recognition and understand that it's all up to you. It's all up to you. I really hope that this resonated with you and this gave you some sort of insight and some sort of understanding and a boost of confidence in yourself. Maybe you've been feeling like you've been a little hard on yourself. And you probably have been, You've been working and you've been putting forth a lot of effort and a lot of energy to change and to get what you want, because you deserve abundance, you deserve happiness. This is my first reading I've ever done like this. I've never recorded myself, so I do apologize if it's awkward or if you can't hear me loud enough. I promise to do another reading very soon, and you're sort of my guinea pig, my lab rat, in a sense of readings, because I've never done one like this before. So let me know if it resonates. Let me know if you enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you so much.